The year was 1957. Rock and roll was on fire, drive-ins were packed, and America's love affair with the automobile was in full swing. But among the endless parade of chrome and fins, one machine stood out like a thunderbolt on wheels. That machine was the 1957 Ford Thunderbird E-Code, a rare and powerful version of an already iconic American classic. And today on Heavy Duty, we're diving deep into the story of one of the most desirable and elusive Thunderbirds ever made. When Ford launched the Thunderbird in 1955, it wasn't trying to make a Corvette killer. It wasn't about racetracks or lap times. It was about style. It was about cruising. It was about giving the American public something sleek, low-slung, and dripping with attitude, a personal luxury car before the term even existed. But by the time 1957 rolled around, Ford had decided to add something else to the Thunderbird's DNA: raw power. And that's where the E-Code came in. The E-Code wasn't a nickname or a trim level. It was a designation buried in the VIN, and it meant one thing: under the hood, you had a factory-installed dual 4-barrel carburetor set up on a 312 cubic inch V8. That engine was known as the Thunderbird Special, and when equipped with the E-Code setup, it was good for a thundering 270 horsepower. That kind of output in a two-seater car in the 1950s was no joke. It was muscle before muscle cars were even a thing. Now let's take a look at this rolling piece of art. The 57 Thunderbird was the final year of the first-generation design, and it's arguably the most refined of the bunch. It had a sleeker nose, a longer tail, and subtle design tweaks that made it look wider, lower, and more upscale than ever. The front grille was flattened out and stretched across the width of the car. It looked like it was grinning, daring you to hit the road. Paired with either a 3-speed manual transmission, an overdrive unit, or Ford's Cruise-O-Matic automatic, the E-Code could deliver performance that turned heads and left other drivers in the dust. 0 to 60 came in under 9 seconds, quick for the day, and the car could cruise all day long at highway speeds without breaking a sweat. It had torque, too, over 330 pound-feet of it. That meant tire-smoking launches if you really pushed it. And then there's the exhaust note. The dual-carb setup gave the Thunderbird a deeper, throatier growl than its single-carb siblings. With those pipes exiting right out the back bumper, it wasn't just loud, it was mean. This wasn't a car you snuck around in. It was a car that announced your presence before you even pulled onto the block. Collectors go crazy for these not just because of the performance, but because they represent a very specific moment in American automotive history. This was before the muscle car era, before emissions regulations and safety mandates. This has been Heavy Duty, where power meets history and legends come to life. Thanks for riding with us, and we'll see you next time.